Okay, we are back with Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. We are going to continue on down the Alice, or the path toward the Alice ending. And at this point I have to choose whether to ally or betray. Hold on. I am going to choose ally, because later on we have to betray.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fa and I stepped out of the AV room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I was, and yeah, I did.
Then?
Well, I want to believe in Alice.
It's not really a rational decision.
I know.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go.
Alright.
We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Alright.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Finally.
Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Ooh.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Hey, Alice. What the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
Why did you do it?
I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally?
Have you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution for all of us
Oh,
is
really?
to choose ally.
All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know.
Dio and Quark chose ally?
I know about the prisoner's dilemma, but everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case. Oh, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice. And Phi, my hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tight and my eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dio, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose ally.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick betray. What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick betray so that we could get 3 points.
He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh, Theo, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding! I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Yeah. Man, he really had me going there.
I really surprised you, huh?
Yeah,
So
I'd
you
say
really
so.
were planning to choose Ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah. Exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kay, Clover, and Temioji, although whatever, it seemed to have resolved itself amicably.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Yeah, we've been through all of this before.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmialdi. Or Siggy. Oh, or maybe Fido. Or maybe everyone?
What?
Why?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalty.
I see. Phi Sigma and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
Did change. I'm yellow now.
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
Wait. Really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed. Although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta. Are you two magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo?
Looks like it.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed.
All stuff we've seen before. Why is this happening to me? Spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we need to at least try to find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. Might as well go down the list.
Oh, hey Sigma. Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So this is the lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
Really? I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point there, but... I like how Sigma just essentially said what I was going to say. Or said what I said after I said it.
Sigma?
Yes. I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best
It
plan.
hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well,
Well, what?
it's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? No, my body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like, when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but... Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind
Really?
of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
it's because of the anesthetic gas.
But what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright. I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys gonna stick around here?
Yeah, haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay, catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed toward the exit. Where to next? The infirmary. So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Oh, Sigma.
Alice?
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of abyss, thanks to
I
you.
didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over?
That's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
Yes, especially...
Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Thank you,
Excuse me?
Temioji.
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh.
Thank you.
Let me try this again. I'm frustrated. But there really is something important I have to do.
What is it?
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
On their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say. But it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective. No.
Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep him guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where's
In the
somewhere?
middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes. But that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too?
Okay.
We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope, I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip. Missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up.
Wow.
Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then.
Yeah.
That's some interesting character development for Dio. I think he's full of shit, but...
Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. You still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school when I got into my car and this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. Shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there
I
yet.
guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
That's funny. And we don't know why that's funny yet, but having played this game before, that's really, 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 really funny. I love that. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That is beautiful. All right.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No
Do any
idea.
of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. They're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
That's a pretty wild outfit to be a waitress or a bartender or something. What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it.
I like these subtle illusions that make more sense when you go through the game again. Like,
Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
If it makes you feel better, sure.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary.
Okay.
She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
Interesting.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much about as you do. So basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I spent hours with Phi and yet knew nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. And she also speaks Latin. Or can read Latin, I should say. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
The crew quarters. I think I'll head to the crew quarters.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
Okay. I headed out of the infirmary.
Oh, Sigma.
Okay, Quark.
Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, that was. Alice and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
I had. You really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Perhaps? Out of the ordinary?
What's this book?
That's a book. Meowed Cats.
Meowed?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
It is.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh, well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right? What?
Maybe? I don't know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Fi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Oops. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tenmyoji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
31st, huh? I've been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse, lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What's
you
that?
and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. Can we skip this one? No. Alright. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. Yeah.
It
Is this
seems
for
a little
real?
hard to believe. Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news though. Is this the first? This is the first time I've ever heard the term Radical 6. Was that true though? Was that really the first time I'd heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why?
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside.
Dude, Quark, what is going on with you? You are looking all kinds of concerning. Okay, all right.
Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
I don't know about you, game, but that's kind of how it is in the real world right now. All right, that's less concerning, Quark. Clover's voice shattered the silence. Words are so very unnecessary.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something!
Dun dun dun!
What did you find? It's horrible! It's really scary!
Jeez. Horrible.
Never mind! Just shut up and follow. You'll understand when you see. It's
Where's...
right over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Clover was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. Three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
A bomb. This is the first time in the game we've heard anything about bombs, even though, well, the first time we've seen one. In some of the other timelines we've talked about Dio and bombs and passwords, so a bomb. No way.
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
Of course. It was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. And it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody.
No, it's all right. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There, you see?
For several long moments we just stared in silence. Slowly we began to eye one another, odd suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
Me. And Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my
Clover.
Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
Alright.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter? Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah? Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Fine nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they'd disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly.
No. Well,
In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules. That's about as much
trillion
energy as
joules.
the Hiroshima bomb.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. There's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram, being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Theo stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this
Yes,
password.
that's right.
There's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it. When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. According to Temioji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here, and they set up the...
Impossible. There's no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior. Which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay. Fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Well, Zero Junior said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Fine, Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest, and Zero Senior was, without a doubt, one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Luna? Kay? Clover? Temioji? Phi? Or... It seemed insane, but could have been Quark, and this is the really distressing view of him. Now, why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No, it didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no! This is bad.
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh shit. Is this for
We've
real?
only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open.
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Chromatic doors have 5 minutes remaining. until chromatic doors close.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
Alright, we're going down. Maybe around. Alright, we're going down this path. So our options this time
I
are.
don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
If I laid out 4 options. Or our options, not 4 of them. Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Clover, cyan to open the green door. Temioji and Dio, magenta, pair up with Alice, yellow to open the red door. Kay and Quark, cyan, pair up with Phi, magenta to open the blue door. Option B, Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Phi, magenta to open the red door. Temioji and Dio, magenta, pair up with Clover, cyan to open the blue door. And Kay and Quark, cyan, pair up with Alice, yellow to open the green door. Option C, Luna and I, yellow, pair up with Alice, yellow to open the blue door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Phi, magenta to open the green door. Kay and Quark, cyan, pair up with Clover, cyan to open the red door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay, how are we going to do
We
this?
need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most what?
People who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would be me, you, and Temioji.
No way. I refuse.
Well, then what would you
We'll
suggest?
share and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just like raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Tough. Pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So option B then. I'd like to go with Phi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure, I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute.
So 2 votes for A, 3 votes for B, and C. Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing. We're gonna have to figure something
Which
else.
one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Mark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C had 4 votes. We were almost out of time, and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I was going to have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, let's hurry up.
Right.
Luna, Alice, and I dashed toward the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door, and Phi, Dio, and Tenmyoji had gone to the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic.
Huh, 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing here, over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
What's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
Of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please? Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
Into the botanical gardens.
But only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Who cares? We should get moving.
What is this place? Go ahead and save. Alright. Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember the door said bee garden or something. It's a bee garden.
It probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Huh.
This feels like a whole other little world.
Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn, well, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. Seek a way out. Alright, cool. I am going to go ahead and cut the stream here and then start it up again. So, see you momentarily.